Let's keep going. Salah. This is always going to happen. I'm going to read again, one more again, Zephaniah 1 and 12. And it shall come to pass at that time that I will search Jerusalem with candles. Now we read in Proverbs, the candle of the spirit of man is the candle of the Lord. So he's going to search people with the spirit of man. They're going to convict you. They're going to rebuke you. They're going to reprove you and say, hey, you're not measuring up to what is written. They call it the Bible, the first books of Moses, but it's the Tawara, the Torah, okay? He's going to search Jerusalem with candles in Zephaniah 1 and 12 and punish the men that are settled on their lees. What are lees? When you have a wine press and you press the grapes, the lees are things that settled on the bottom. Are you living on your finances? These people are saying, hey, Lord, hey, we always had wars. We always got this going on. We always doing this, you know. He's not going to do anything. But this is how it goes.
Is it okay if I say this, please?
Oh, yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. You fine.
Thank you.
You're fine. You know. And it came to pass, Zephaniah 1 and 12, and it came to pass at that time that I would search Jerusalem with candles and punish the men that are settled on their lees, that say in their heart, the Lord would not do good, neither will he do evil. These men are saying, hey, I'm going to live my life. This always has been happening. Hey, we always had wars. Hey, we always had murders and thieves and all that. But they don't understand this is a means to an end. This is our Lord coming back. He is coming back. He says he's going to show the prophecies in the last time. If we get into the scriptures and we understand that he's going to search Jerusalem with candles. And I have someone here, so I want to backtrack just a little bit. Just a little bit. And give the audience a precept on Proverbs.
That's why I'm reading that right now.
On Proverbs. Give the precept on Proverbs. But yet and still, it's about our Lord. We have to turn to the Lord. All right, Proverbs 20 and 27. The spirit of man is the candle of the Lord, searching all the inward parts. Have your candle been lit? This is the thing. Every man has a candle, but some men's candles are not lit. Some men's candles are just sitting there in the dark. Let's see how we have the candle lit. Precept must be upon precept. Let's get the light. What is the true light? What he said, the true light, St. John 1 and 1. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. In him was the life, and the light, and was the light of men. In him was the life, and the life was the light of men. Let's jump down to verse 9 of St. John 1. That was the true light, which lighteth every man that cometh in the world. Remember we said in Proverbs 20th chapter, that the spirit of man is the candle of the Lord. Some people walking around with their candle not lit, and their light is Jesus Christ. We call him Yahushua in his Hebrew name because he was Hebrew. So, but we accept Jesus Christ. We accept that. That's fine. And St. John 1 and 14, and the Word was made flesh and dwelt among us. He is our example. He is the Word. He is our example how we to be amongst our neighbors, amongst those that live right next to us. Our neighbor could be a person in line at the Publix. They are neighbors. We standing together. We have to see them as a mirror of ourselves. We want respect. We want love. We want understanding. So we have to see them the same way. To continue on, St. John 1 and 14, and the Word was made flesh and dwelt among us, and we beheld his glory, the glory as the only begotten of the Father, full of grace and truth. Where does that grace come from? That grace is not of the law, because if we were all under the law, everybody would be destroyed. Nobody has a lamb in their backyard unless you got deeds and rights and everything. We have to look to the Lord, Yahushua, Jesus Christ. He is the example how we got to walk. Let us walk in that light before the time comes. Okay? We have an opportunity to return. All right? Let's get Romans 13. Romans 13 and 8. It says Romans 13 and 8, and this is from Paul. Owe no man anything but to love one another. For he that loveth another hath fulfilled the law. For this, thou shalt not commit adultery. Thou shalt not kill. Thou shalt not steal. Thou shalt not bear false witness. And thou shalt not covet. And if there be any other commandment, it is briefly comprehended in this, saying, namely, thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. Love worketh no ill to his neighbor. Therefore, love is the fulfilling of the law. Love is the fulfilling of the law. And that knowing the time is short, it's high time to wake up out of sleep. For now is our salvation closer than we know it. Paraphrasing. And lastly, we're going to go on St. Matthew 5:16. Let your light so shine before men, that they may see your good works and glorify your Father which is in heaven. Walk in the example of the Lord Yahweh Shah HaMashiach, who they call Jesus Christ. Walk in his example. Okay? Let us walk in the example that the Lord gave us. Okay? Let us walk in his example. Let us not turn away from that which is righteousness, because he is our righteousness. And since he is our righteousness, Peter, whom he hath chosen to be the head of the church, let's see what Peter said in 1 Peter 2:9. 1 Peter 2:9. But ye are a chosen generation, a royal priesthood, and holy nation, a peculiar people, that ye should shew forth the praises of him who called you. In other words, we're supposed to be an example of the believers. Show forth who called you out of darkness. Darkness is wickedness. Into the marvelous light. 1 John. Who is the true light? One more again before I close out. Who is the true light? That's our Lord Yahweh Shah, whom the world calls Jesus Christ. But it's fine. Who is the true light? That was St. John 1:9. That was the true light, which lighteneth every man that cometh into the world. Proverbs 20. For the spirit of man is the candle of the Lord. Is your light lit? Do you have the light of the Lord on you, or are you just living your life as so? We have to have the light within us. And we can do nothing against the Most High, God Supreme. The only thing we could do against people that we see, as we all are in the flesh. Let us walk in his example as he showed us to have love. And that love is keeping the commandments. Don't do not your neighbor wrong, or your friend, or even your enemy. Don't do them wrong. Vengeance is of the Lord. Bypass that and keep going. And if they causing you persecution, the Lord himself say, flee. Get out of there. But don't contend with him. He received railing. Did he rail back? Railing means argument. Did he go back and forth with them? No. That's what it is. He just left. Get out of there. But don't bring vengeance. The Lord will bring vengeance. And we're not looking for vengeance. But don't you bring vengeance. Do what he say. Keep his word. Love thy neighbor as thyself, and keep the royal law. I hope this was edifying, and I hope I built somebody's spirit. Shalom until next time.